Hey y'all. Think I need glasses, but my peripheral vision is working real well, and I thank some folks in the chat. Y'all do me a favor, like this video, share this video. I can't be here long. I wasn't even planning on doing a full live tonight. I have somewhere to be, but I do want to come and say something to y'all. We have to have a conversation real quick, y'all, because a lot of people like to be right. And I'm no different than most people. But I don't like to be right when that right points to destruction of folks and makes shit the way that things are now. I would love to be wrong about the New World Order, about the things that the government are doing and going to do to us. I would like to be wrong. I would like to be wrong in these cases, right? Oh, let me do something. Hold on. Let's make sure we do this, because I'm not dealing with you dumbasses in my chat tonight. I'm really not. So I don't know if it's a dumbass or two in there. And all dumbasses are welcome to stay as long as you subscribe. See, if you subscribe, then then we'll tolerate some of your bush. But if you ain't subscribed, you can't say nothing in here. Nothing at all. Okay? All right? Somebody said I'm not wrong. I wish I could be wrong, though. I wish that I could be wrong, y'all, because shit is about to get crazy. So how many of y'all heard Trump said he don't care, y'all can't eat? He said, damn you and your food stamps and your feelings. He said y'all can eat and get some stamps when the government open back up. That's what he said. Now, this was on his Truth Social, and of course they had, the lady come forward, whatever the hell her name is. Well, I can't think of her name right now. I was just seeing her damn name. But she came, and the lady was like, he didn't mean it that way. What he is saying is that the money that has put to the side, right, that it's going to take time to disperse the money. What money goes to who, how it is you get it to them. So it's not going to happen overnight. And even though he's going to release the funds because the judge told him he had to, right? The federal judges, he's saying that they still not going to get the full amount. Everybody's benefits are going to be cut like to 50%. And then also being cut in half. He doesn't know when exactly everybody's going to get it. So people could still be waiting and not get their stamps until the end of the month, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. But I try to tell y'all this before, even though they say they're going to send out some stamps, right? To people for people to be able to get food. They say that it is not enough. I told y'all that. In the funds that they are making them use in this, money that they have put to the side for emergencies, it's not enough to pay 1 month of stamps for everybody that's on, welfare getting food stamps. And so they already said that it would not be enough. I already told y'all that. And because it's a way of finding out how much do you disperse to each place, right? They're like, it's not something that we can just do overnight. So it's going to take a while even for y'all to get them. Somebody said it's cruelty at this point. Absolutely it is. Michelle said he was saying that when he was flying over the protesters here while he was dumping dookie on them. He did do that. I know some of y'all be upset with Trump. Trump is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. I'm never shocked at the government. I just be like, oh, so they're doing their job. I want y'all to know Trump is doing his job. The reason Trump is put into play, he's doing exactly his job. I will say this, though, that if you are going to watch the government like tear shit down and do the most diabolical stuff, I will say that Trump gets the award for being the most entertaining president to do this shit. Like, even though he be on some fuck shit a lot, this the way he does it. It at least you can laugh a little bit. You know why everybody else is crying, because shit is not sweet around here. Trump be on some bullshit a lot. He do, and that's why they put him into place so he can be the perfect, because he an asshole. You gotta put an asshole in this position who don't care what nobody think about them, don't care what nobody say, so they can do whatever they want to do, right? So Trump did post this, but I really want to say to you guys, like, I don't know if you have seen, if you've been on TikTok, because that's where you're going to see most of it, right? But I did put together a video. It's supposed to post in a little bit here later on this evening because I got some stuff to do. I wasn't even supposed to be around here, but doing this now. But it's just showing you all of the people in the grocery store, showing you how empty the grocery stores are. There's nobody in the store. Nobody. So I want y'all to understand that that means the majority of the people that are in the stores around the first in these times are people that are buying food and living off of welfare, or we gotta look at the bigger picture here, right? We don't play down to the small shit and look at the ripple and all this effects it has. Or it is people who are also folks who don't get welfare, but they are not getting paid because they work for the government, right? And they are furloughed, or they're not supposed to get their pay until they get back pay and they have to wait, right? Or you have a ton of people who have been laid off from their jobs. Okay, so all of this has happened simultaneously. There's a lot of reasons why people are not in the store buying food, but the bottom line is that means that when we look at America, do you know how many people are going hungry right now? That means nobody has any money or any means to provide food, which people need to live. There are some videos in the compilation that I put together, you guys, in places like Chicago. I believe Philly is one of them. There are stores, and if you out there, holla in the chat. If you done seen it and you know I ain't lying, right? So there are stores that are boarding up their stores. Now the doors are open, but all the windows are boarded up. They got all of this security because you're not finna come in a store and just steal stuff. Is this where we at? We have grocery stores boarding shit up and hiring police officers so that people can't come in and steal. But I want y'all to think about that. Steal what? Food? Steal food, not Gucci bags, not the money out the cash register, fucking food, what people need to eat. This is what we doing in the country now. This is what we doing. I want you to also understand that a lot of those funds go into the economy. So this is the thing. If billions, I think they said in that contingency fund, they have like $6 billion. Okay. I could be off, could be 7 billion, right? But somewhere around there. And that's not enough to take care of all of the funds of food stamps for people. That's not enough. But you know what that means? That means that there are billions of dollars every single month that are in the economy being spent at the grocery store that also won't be in the economy. I just want everybody to let that sink in. See, because this is more than the people talking shit about, oh, you ain't got no money. You shouldn't be lazy. You shouldn't be on welfare. Oh, that's not our problem. Like, people look at the surface shit and y'all just sound dumb. If you one of them surface dwellers, you don't belong in this chat because we never stay on the surface. We get to digging real deep and go down these rabbit holes. But if the money is not being given to the people, then that means the people are not spending the money in the stores. And that is like $9 billion every single month that goes into these grocery stores that these grocery stores will not be getting when it comes to buying more products to fill their store. Food has expiration dates on it, so food won't get sold, right? It's always, why is it always a motherfucker in here with one, when you don't have no name, you just got an initial, your name is R. Last time it was N, and now it's R. R, we want to thank you for subscribing just to talk shit and be a punk bitch. Welcome. I want you to know that we equally talk the same amount of shit around here. So you're in the right place if you like to talk shit, because I do too, okay? Your dumbass said, people willing to steal but not willing to work. The ones that really need it aren't the ones stealing and looting. What the hell does any of this conversation have to do with stealing and looting, sir? Huh? We already know that your name is an initial. So, you know, I'm probably wasting my brain cells on talking to a stupid person who don't even have a name. What does this have to do with stealing and looting, sir? What are you talking about? You don't know that all of these people just got laid off from their job? People who was actually working? So what are you talking about, not working people? You do know that people get food stamps because it supplements what they don't make, even though they work a full time job. Because government loves to make people be slaves, right? They want you to go to work and bust your ass all day. R says, I don't care. You don't get to steal. R, we don't care how you feel. Because you're a dumbass. That's why I hope this knocks at your door and kicks you in your back so hard that your lungs come out your throat the next time that you cough. I hope you feel the repercussions of this real good because you're dumb. You think that this only affects people who get EBT. We're not even going to go into the different categories. I know, because a woman who is 75 years old, who is disabled, who is elderly, who gets food stamps, and that's all she gets to make it by, doesn't have any extra money for anything else. I know. She should get off her lazy old ass and she should go get a job. I know. How dumb that sounds. Now, if you don't want to be stupid like R in the chat, we don't know if you're a Mr. or a Mrs. But it's a lot of you dumbasses around here. We'll just simply say that you're a dumbass. So again, we have billions of dollars that will not be going into the economy of the grocery stores, which means they will not make as much money this month because they won't sell the goods. And it means a lot of food is going to go to waste, right? It's going to go to waste and people are not going to be able to go into the store, because what's going to happen for these people in the chat who are so smart they're dumb, they want people to get jobs and stuff like that. I want you to know that that money not being spent in the store brings down the profit for the grocery store. Also, we are dealing with the tariff and trade issues at the same time, right? So what that means is for all of the people who have a job, right? For the dumb people in the chat, if you just slow down, we're going to get to how this affects your dumb ass. People think just because you have a check and you are able to go to the store and buy your own groceries, that makes a difference. So I want you to know that if this continues to go on, it is actually going to begin to affect the food that is on the shelves for the people that do actually have money and can go into the store and buy their groceries. I just wonder, Kenta, what is you talking about? Wilson, laughing my ass off. I like you though, LOL. I already don't like you because you type in all capital letters. And my psychology degree tells me that people who do that, I don't know. I feel like you're always yelling at me. They say that it's a sign of mental illness. I don't know if I'm going to take it that far, but I hate when people yell at me in the comment section. I can read just fine. I really can. You don't have to type everything in capital letters. Like, how do you even do that? Because on my phone, I have to keep hitting the cap lock for it to go up. Like, am I missing something that the button don't stay on? Like, ain't it harder to just type in all caps than to just write a regular sentence? And here he comes. Here we come with more caps. Stop yelling at me when you type to me, okay? Bring it down a little bit, player, okay? Talk to me in small letters. Oh, boy. I sign up for this bullshit every time I go live. It comes with the territory, but I never get used to it. People have pet peeves. All right, capital okay. Lowercase okay. All right, kids. Thank you. I appreciate it because I can't do it with y'all today. I was about to block your ass. I was about to put you on punishment for 86,000 seconds, and you wasn't finna be able to say nothing. But we okay now, okay? Thank you. Thank you for getting it together. I appreciate it. And thank you for laughing and having a good sense of humor. Shout out to you, Anthony, with the $20 holla. He says, have you heard about low birth rate queens? Well, let me tell you something. If you say low birth rates, is there something new out there? But absolutely, birth rates are going to be really low. White people have been declining for a long time. This is why they have allowed the immigrants that come in this country to identify as Caucasian. So a lot of Hispanics and people that are here, they mark themselves as white. So the white race is actually smaller than it is. But absolutely, we're going to have birth rates on the decline because you have people who are out here messing with children and messing with their growth, right? So they give them these hormone blockers. They tell them, you don't have to be a boy, you can be a girl, right? And they play with their hormones that allow them to fully develop so that they can reproduce. That's what puberty is all about. And they're doing that to so many kids to try and stop that from happening so that they can have problems, reproducing and having children when they get older. And then I don't know if you have seen how long you've been watching over here, but you can go look up on Fox. We talked about it. I have a video on my page about how AI is going to destroy us. And there's actually a pregnancy robot now. So that is a clear sign that, birth rates are on the decline. But that's what the government wants to happen. They want to depopulate things. And then what they want to do is make sure they can control the birth rate so that people can't just have kids willy-nilly. Like the government gets to decide when and how many kids you can have. That's what it's finna eventually get to. So, I mean, if there's nothing new other than that, absolutely everything is on the decline when we talk about birth rates, okay? Somebody was mad talking about she not a queen. I don't know if I'm a queen, but I do know that y'all be in the chat mad as hell. I challenge anybody who mad. I might not be a queen because I don't sit in the castle or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I do got a nice house, but I ain't got no subjects or nothing. But I bet if you go to your channel and you go live right now, won't nobody be in your chat saying a motherfucking thing to you. So I'm the queen of YouTube. How about that? Y'all just be here worried about the wrong shit. Do you have some groceries in your refrigerator, sir? Well, you said some more dumb shit in my chat. Do you have some groceries in your house right now? If you don't, you got other stuff to worry about. Don't worry about me. In my queendom. Bitch. Okay. I'm supposed to not be cussing as much so that the kids can watch the show and y'all can send this to y'all church family because they be getting offended when I cuss too much. So I'm trying not to cuss so much so the church people can watch this too because they really need this information because Jesus is not coming to save you. I do not give a fuck what they told. See, there I go. I'm sorry. I don't care what they told you in church on Sunday. Jesus not finna come save none of y'all. None of y'all. No saving. No. None at all. But listen, y'all, okay, all jokes aside, this is why I gotta block these people in here. I gotta stop talking to y'all in the chat. Y'all be distracting me, okay? Because I like a good argument, you know what I'm saying? I'm really good at roasting. I got older brothers. That's all we did coming up. But look, y'all, I just want you to understand that shit is about to get worse. And I would say it's gonna get worse before it gets better, but it's gonna get worse and it's not gonna get no better. It's not going to get no better. We're at this turn and we're at this change of the way things are, you guys. I keep telling you, when Trump's term is over and he leaves, the administration and the way they have planned things to be in the government, there will be so many things that have changed. I don't know if you guys have watched the video that I just put up. If you have not, go and watch it about the man that spent over a month in jail because he posted some insensitive shit about Charlie Kirk. This is not America no more. I know that's what they call it, but that's not what this is anymore. This is something completely different. The same people's platform that we own talking, if you know, you know. The same people who platform that we own talking. The same people who are sending police to people's houses. If you make posts against them, I'll put the footage up there, right? Those same people, they run this country, you know? If y'all know, you know. If you don't know, then you really far behind and you should start paying attention because everybody in the chat know who I'm talking about. This ain't America, baby. This is baby Israel right now, okay? It might be big Israel and not baby Israel. I could be wrong on the baby thing. It might be really a big thing, right? But this is not America no more. At all. You don't have freedom of speech while we have been sleeping at night and being distracted by all kind of things. These are real distractions, right? And I'm not talking about the food stamp. That's not a distraction. That's an in your face. We don't get no damn about you. We'll let you starve and die. We sure will. And them kids too, we don't care. You know how they kind of was doing them kids and them people over in Gaza. Just blowing up buildings with kids in them. Talking about you looking for terrorists. Wasn't no terrorists in that building. Stop. You killed 300 kids and their parents. What you doing? America don't care. Do y'all know that 40% of the people who receive food stamps to be fed are children? 39% are children. They don't care. They do not care. But I want you to understand that this is going to hit everybody. It's not just going to hit the people that have food stamps. So for everybody who keeps saying, go get a job, like right now, this is the dumbest thing that I think anybody can say online to anybody, because you tell people to go get a job when we have watched nothing but for the past several months. People get online and cry about how they have lost their job, they've lost their livelihood, they've been laid off, or either they've been laid off, but they have applied for 50 jobs and nobody will call them back. People are losing jobs and can't get a new job. This is not the economy to be telling somebody to go to work. There are no jobs. And the ones that have jobs, they're losing them every damn day. Shout out to T. James in the house with the $50 holla. Thank you for that beautiful super chat. I appreciate that. He says, the richest country in the world. Our people should have been first. Absolutely. You know how many people are getting their wake-up call? I agree with you. Everybody, what was Trump's thing? America first. I don't see America being put first. Now, black people, we're used to that never being the case for us. But I also want to clarify for y'all. So for anybody, y'all love to come in like people comment sections. One thing I haven't heard yet, which I'm really surprised that they haven't put this narrative on black people, because that's out there too. Do you know who are the most affected by no food stamps? White people. They are the biggest recipients of welfare payments. They were the biggest recipients of DEI hires, white women. So when the DEIs got laid off, those was white women, baby, not black women. Matter of fact, it was Hispanic men before it was black women. We're not the beneficiaries, and they done always locked us out of everything. They don't want to give us shit. So we know a little bit more how to survive without nothing than some of y'all do. A lot of these people ain't never been in these positions in their life. They don't know nothing about a struggle meal. They don't know how to take $20 in any economy and feed a house of 7 and have some leftovers tomorrow. They don't know how to do that. We've been doing that from day one because we've always been locked out of shit that was supposed to be rightfully ours as well as citizens in this country. Shout out to you, Andrew. Thank you for the $5 holler. Says it took me a year to get a job after my layoff. Thank you for putting in there and saying that. It is a very hard time. There are people out there every day looking for jobs and can't get no work. So let me throw this out there, y'all. You know they have these new requirements for getting welfare, right? And getting food stamps. Now, I want to tell you that this, I don't know, y'all tell me in the chat, this not really new. Because I remember when I first got separated from my husband, I went and got food stamps. I was in Colorado, and they did not just give me food stamps because all of my kids were of age. They could go off to school. They wasn't babies. And they told me I either had to work 20 hours a week, and if I could not find work, then I could volunteer my services. So I volunteered, and I used to go. They had a list of like these organizations. This was in 2015. So they've always had some kind of stipulation. You can't just sit at home and get welfare. So I don't understand why everybody act like these stipulations are new. What it seems like is they're enforcing these things to a greater level. But to tell people if you don't work, you can't get food stamps is crazy, because check this out. If people can't find a job, then what? What if people can't find a job? Yes, Kim, they used to say, or be enrolled in school. They would pay for us to go to school. You're right. That's how I got my CNA license long time ago, 19 years old. I got my CNA license. The welfare department paid for it. I said, thank you very much. Don't nobody want to be on food stamps. I took that degree. I gave them their food stamps back with that certificate, and I was making $19 an hour back when I was 19 years old, okay? So a lot of us do use it as a hand up and not a handout. Who the fuck? Welfare don't give you enough money to live every month. You got to keep robbing Peter to pay Paul. But understand, follow me down this rabbit hole a little bit. So a bunch of people that can't get jobs now cannot get any funds. It's going to go into, they talking about the Section 8 thing. You can't get no food stamps. You can't get no help. You can't get no medical care if you don't find a job. But they are constantly taking jobs away from the economy every single day. It's very hard for people to find a job. And it's just going to continue to stay that way, especially with AI. That's why people are getting laid off now. AI's taking your damn job. Shout out to you, Divine Energy, for the $10 holler. Says this is exactly why I wanted him to get elected, because I knew it was going to expose some shit and shake stuff up so people can really see what's really, really going on. Thank you for the super chat. I don't disagree with you. I'm not mad that Trump is in the White House. I knew that this was coming. I just wanted to know what president they were going to put into place to do this shit. Some of us knew that this was always coming. This was the plan for, we even knew who a Trump was. So again, I think that it forces us that either we going to get up and we going to say it's way more of us than it is of y'all. Y'all not finna take nothing from us as Americans, and everybody going to have to stand up. See, that's the crazy part. They spend so much time dividing Americans, right? Dividing everybody. We fight over all our division because it's going to take Americans, not just black people. It ain't enough of us. Not just white people. It ain't enough of them. Not just the Hispanic people and the folks that are actually not illegal immigrants here. It's going to take all Americans to be like, this is some bullshit. If we all stood up, the game will be over. We'll never do that because we are constantly looking at the differences between one another and fighting over those differences that cause us not to come together. That's all a part of their plan. Now, is the division real? Yes. Is the racism real? Yes. Is the shit that keep us divided real? Absolutely, it is real. But at the end of the day, we're still not going to put all that to the side to say, look how the government is doing us. Okay? So I already knew that this time was going to come. I've been saying this forever. If I've probably had one name all my life, other than a motherfucker, when they get mad, I'll become a white girl. When you don't like me no more, I'll become fat. And the third thing I've probably been called the most in my life is a conspiracy theorist. You bugging. You be doing too much. Ain't nobody finna do all that. Okay. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe me. Shout out to you. Thank you, actually, for the $20 holler. Salute to you back. But I want y'all to understand. Check this out. So they're going to purposely make people not have funds. You can't get a job, right? They're not going to give you funds because you can't find a job. You're going to find yourself homeless. And how many of you know that they just put into effect? They had talked about it before. This is not where they just did it, but everything is gone into full effect now. And it is against the law to be homeless. How many of you have seen, somebody asked me in the comment section, they was like, Michi, when are you going to do your call-in show again? Maybe this Friday we'll do a call-in show so y'all can talk and you can get some of this off your chest. It will be interesting with so much going on, what y'all have to say. But I would love to show you guys, if you have not seen it, go and look it up. So they have a blueprint for a facility where they are going to hold homeless people. It's a concentration camp, y'all. It looks like a fucking prison. It's a prison layout. It's a prison layout. And they say they're building this. And if you're homeless, you're going there. And all they keep saying is homeless people deal with drug addiction and mental disorders. So they're going to send homeless people there so they can be forced to deal with their mental disorders and their addictions. That's not true. Just like everybody thinks everybody on welfare is lazy and doesn't have a job. Everybody homeless is not mentally ill. Especially not this day and age. Everybody homeless does not have an addiction problem. No. Do y'all know that one of the biggest categories of homeless people, aside from black people, right? Black people make up like 39, almost 40% of the homeless population. Many of them are vets that have fought and given their life for this country. That's some disrespectful shit right there. But do you know that in another category, one of the biggest homeless groups are divorced men? How many of y'all knew that? Men were married, they lose everything in divorce, and then they end up on the streets because they can't rebuild what they spent maybe 20 years building with a wife and a family, and she walks away. I'm just telling y'all the facts. She walks away with most of everything, and if he loses his job or any of those things that help him build that, he's not able to get back on his feet. And so this is why majority of the people you see in the street are homeless men. So what about the children that are in foster care? In most of these states, you have children who age out of foster care and they will give your ass a $50 check and kick you out on the streets. Shout out to Nassassa in the house. Thank you for the $20 holler. Says, hey, sis, spit the truth. Shout out to you with the fist in the air. Thank you for that. He always coming in here showing love. But what about those kids? Those people are not mentally ill. They're not addicted. The state has taken those babies, made money off of them all their life, made sure that they didn't have any home to go to. They don't got no family. So you kick them out to the streets. They don't got no cousins, nobody they build no rapport with. They have no family, not even an adopted one. And you kick a kid out on the street at 18 years old. You don't fucking have no housing, but you building a concentration camp that look like a prison for homeless people. But you won't build. You built all these fucking shelters for these goddamn immigrants, but you won't build no housing for the foster children so that when they get out, you can help them get on their feet. Shout out to Divine Energy with the $5 holler. Says, yo, so now since it's a crime to be homeless, those with kids, the kids are probably being taken by the state. Well, if they find you that way, you will be. So they're saying homelessness is a crime. You're not allowed to be homeless. And it was just so crazy that I watched the narrative that all homeless people are mentally ill or they're addicted. And so they're going to force them to go into these prisons. It's a crime, so they're forced. I got to show. If y'all ain't seen it, if y'all will wait till Friday, we're going to do that for the call-in show. You go look it up. The blueprint they show, I'm like, that ain't shit but a prison. It's just a prison. So the government is literally making people homeless. They're making people homeless on purpose. The government has taken away so many jobs in the government. They're firing people left and right. They've used this government shutdown to fire more people, and that's not the point of a government shutdown. They're changing all the rules. They said that immigrants were in here taking everything from Americans just to kick them out, so then you can tell us we don't deserve none of that shit either. And now they're taking all of the help that they were supposed to take from the immigrants to save us money and help the American people, and they don't help nobody, not even Americans anymore. So now we have this slippery slope of making people homeless, and then that gives them a right to just lock you up because you're homeless. I'm not making none of this up. It sounds crazy. If you think it sounds crazy, it is crazy. It is crazy. It's very un-American, and your government's doing it overnight while nobody is looking. The video that I put up earlier, if you have not seen it, is about 6-7 minutes. It's not even long. It is 2 clips. A man was approached by the state police, and I think it was an FBI agent, and they come to his house and they want to question him about a post that he made online about Jews in Israel. He says, am I under arrest? They say, no, we just want to talk to you. He said, then get the hell off my property. So they leave. But why are we opening our door and there are people there questioning us about the statements we have made? I told y'all a couple of weeks ago on the whitehouse.gov, and I put it on that video because seeing is believing. Y'all need to see it. There is a list of things that the government calls violent political rhetoric. And you can't make comments online. On that same video, I played another clip. There is a man that spent over 30 days in jail. He had a warrant out for his arrest. They arrested him because when Charlie Kirk died, somebody made a post about his memorial. Underneath that post, this man quoted Trump, where Trump said after a school shooting that we have to get over it. This is what Trump said. We got to get over these kids dying. Yeah, do know that after Charlie Kirk got shot, there was a school shooting. Everybody talked about Charlie, but nobody wanted to talk about all them babies that got killed at school. Nobody had no heat for that. Nobody had no news for that. Everybody just talked about Charlie. Fuck the babies, huh? How many of y'all know that the day after or the same day he got shot, a school did too, with a bunch of kids in it? So the man just said, okay, we should get over it. This is what he says. It's insensitive to Charlie and his legacy. This is all that man posted. He's an ex-sheriff. They came to his house and arrested him. His bail was $2 million. $2 million. And he sat in there for over a month until they dropped the charges. Does that not sound like you being arrested for your freedom of speech? But I just gave y'all a list of stuff. I told y'all that while all this is going on, they're enacting all of these little things in the government that nobody knows nothing about. Yeah, he's out now. He's out now. They dropped the charges. I don't give a fuck if he only spent 48 hours in jail. Why are you going to jail for not for posting some shit online because you simply seem to be insensitive to a man was a blatant ass racist. I just don't. 5 minutes in jail is too long. This is America. We don't lock people up because they're insensitive online. That's crazy coming from a government who has they're insensitive to everybody. They are letting a bunch of kids starve right now. Okay? So the government got some nerve. Some goddamn nerve. We cannot cry with child. That's insensitive. But you starving babies. Really? People always ask me all the time, they say, Michi, why you be cussing all the time? You seem angry, you this and that. I am. And when you ask me, I tell you this, baby, I'm an American baby. I'm an American. What the fuck do you expect from an American? Do y'all think that, did motherfuckers really buy that this is like the land of the free and, apple pie is American and we love everybody and we're the land that welcomes people to live the American dream? America is one of the most diabolical countries. They wage war on their citizens every single day. They're citizens. I'd much rather have them be up front. I want the government to say to you, fuck you, we're going to let you starve. I want them to try and throw all the homeless people in jail and put them in a prison because they're homeless. I want y'all to see what they really about because they hide the bullshit and people really be thinking you out here living in a country that's free. You're not. You're not at all. The water you drink poisons you. The hair products you put in your hair is poisoning you. The deodorant that you put on every day, the tampons that you wear, sisters, are giving you cancer. You go to the doctor and they will never give you a cure, only the treatment, because the treatment funds the pharmaceutical companies who are the biggest drug dealers to ever do it, but they have immunity and they can experiment on you and cause all kind of kids autism, but yet and still they can never be held accountable. Don't talk to me about a drug dealer. Don't talk to me about money laundering. Don't talk to me about any of these things that the government does, but whenever a citizen does it, it's wrong. They wage war on you every day from the time you wake up and breathe. The pillow you sleeping on probably got some kind of shit in it that you're going to find out later it gave your ass a brain tumor. And they know these things and they don't care. You go into the grocery store. It is shit in your food that is the same chemicals that are in cleaning products. You can't even read what the ingredients is. The really crazy kicker here is that America will make the same products for another country. And those countries actually outlaw certain chemicals and certain dyes. So America will make the same cereal, the same chips for that country, but they make it in a healthier way. Instead of using red dye 40, they'll use color from beets, from vegetables, and from fruit. So that means you can make it without killing people. So why do you put it in Americans' food? Do y'all? Don't ever ask me why I'm crazy, why I'm violent, why I'm angry, why I cuss all the time. I'm an American baby. That's why. Do you not know the land that we live in? I've been bred on nothing but violence and hatred, especially if you black in this country. That's all they've ever taught us. What you want me to give you back? Some love? See, I don't go to church no more. I guess that's where Jesus come in. So you'll be docile. You got to show a little love, even though all you ever keep getting is hate in this country that's free. So free. Land of the free? Nah, home of the enslaved, baby. So I ain't forgot where we were. I know we've talked about a lot. That's how rabbit holes happen. And you be like, damn, what was we first talking about in the beginning, Michi? So let's back it up out this rabbit hole. People are still starving. People still do not have their money to go and buy food, right? That the government gives them, that a lot of them have worked in their life and they pay taxes so that when they need some help, they should be able to get that help. And we've used all them dollars for immigrants, but it's a problem to give it to the American people. You're still not finna get all of your food stamps, right? Because the contingency fund they have is not enough to pay everybody for a month, and it's going to take a while for them to get the funds to you. Okay? The government may not open up again in December, and so as long as it stays closed, people are not going to fully get what they need. Grocery stores are empty like ghost towns. That's not a good thing. What that means is that if you're normally in a grocery store and the grocery store is full, but now it's empty, that means that many Americans don't have food right now. And they don't have the means to get it. That is going to cause several problems. So let's break those down. For all of the people who are like, go get a job, I want you to go and get a weapon. Okay? Fuck, go get a job. Don't listen to these dummies. I need you to go get a weapon. I need you to go and get the things that you need to make sure that you're going to be all right, okay? Because it's a ghost town in the grocery store. You should take a walk in your mind and think about it if you've never been there. People are hungry. In the first week, they might call up some friends. They might have that last little shit in the back of their freezer. They might be able to stand in line. I don't know if you guys know, but people are sitting in food bank lines for 6 hours. One woman sat in a food bank line for 14 hours, got to the front of the line, and they ran out of food. That ought to tell you the desperation for people. So even the food banks are not able to help people. The churches are not able to help people in the growing need that is out there. People are only going to be hungry and suffer for so long before they begin to have their survival instincts kick in and start to do some very dumb and diabolical things. And if you are the one that has a job, right? You have a job. Shout out to you, Delaney. Thank you for that $5 holla. Says, it's getting really serious out here. Absolutely it is. Mr. God just said, Thotty, be quiet. Wow, you could just leave. Y'all say the dumbest stuff. Thotty, be quiet. I've never been a thought, but whatever. And I should be quiet. On my live with almost 1,200 people in here that's listening to me, I need to be quiet. Bitch, you could click the back button and leave and you wouldn't have to hear me no more. That's how that works. One motherfucker don't want to hear it and I should get off and be quiet for you. Like, you stupid, because you could just leave and you don't have to hear. You have control over that. You have all the control in the world, but here you go. You still, the time it took you to type that, bitch, you could have left, came back, shared this motherfucker, left the thumbs down and the evil ass emoji. That's how much you could have did in the time you did all of that. Typing that dumb ass sentence, bitch. I swear, stupidity is strong in human beings. This is why I stay to myself. I don't do people. What's my pet peeve? If you know me, what is it? It's stupid people. And a lot of people is stupid, so therefore I don't like people. I don't know how the fuck did I become a social media content creator? I have no idea. I'm going to have to talk to God. We're going to have to ponder on this because I'm not sure how I even got here. I don't know how I got here, okay? Somebody said those are bots. No, they not. Them ain't bots. Them is Goddess Masterpiece people, because that's what she just got finished telling them, that I was a thought. That's what she told them. That's how I know their speech betrays them. Like in the Bible, their speech tell me, bitch, you either goddess or you somebody that came over here from her chat. Goddess, just show up as yourself. I forgot I blocked you, bitch. I forgot. I'm sorry. Go get another account. I won't block that one. Just come here and be yourself. Stop hiding as the other people's names. But listen, y'all, on some serious shit, you gotta laugh to keep from crying, because stuff about to get worse. It really is, okay? So know this. On some serious shit, people only gonna stay hungry for so long. Those stamps might not come through for a couple more weeks. You have to understand that in October, there are some people who stopped getting food stamps because of when the food stamps failed and everything was already starting to shut down. And so if a person got their food stamps at the 1st of October, here we are, the beginning of November, they haven't had stamps to the 1st. Their money has been gone. Their food has been gone, right? Then you have all these people getting laid off. For people who make the dumb comments, I have watched people who work for the government, traffic air control, people who do government jobs. They're in food lines and they're crying about the fact that they don't have any food and they can't pay their bills and they can't keep their lights on. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, it is more than just those people. But let me go back to what I was saying in the beginning. One, for those of you that do have food, you're going to become a target. Some people might think that's extreme, but it's not, especially if you live in these inner cities, okay? You're going to be the target. When people are hungry, they don't care about your watch on your wrist, right? People will rob you coming out the grocery store. You'll be at your car, putting your groceries in your car, and you'll think, I just got some bread and some fruit. What does anybody have that I want? And they want your groceries because they got mouths to feed at home and they got kids who've been crying and they need what you have in that basket and they're going to take it from you. See, you don't understand that when things go left, right, it's survival of the fittest. People will take from those that are weaker than them. And just because you have doesn't mean you're safe. You might be safe that you can eat, but you also become a target. You become a target. People are hungry and you have food. What the fuck do you think that means for you? Poverty is one of the number one predictors of crime. Crime is getting ready to go up because people are poor and they cannot eat. If you can't eat, that is a very indicator that you are poor. Even if you just lost your job, you ain't never been poor. You poor right now. You're poor right now if you can't pay your bills, if you can't put no food on your table, and you wait for the government to open back up to give you your government check. So one, you're going to see crime rise. That is a fact. And you should watch your back, whether you have food or you don't have food or you have money, because everybody will be game. There are people out here who do not care about you. When I talk to y'all about survival situations, let me tell you something. Don't nobody got no sympathy. They don't care about your baby not having no Similac. How many times do we have to discuss things like natural disasters? When it comes time for survival, no matter what that is, there's always one entity that nobody wants to talk about, and it's called mayhem. There are motherfuckers who just wait for times to commit crime and hide among the other people and all the crime that's already going on. So what that means is there are some people who don't even want your groceries. But when crime rises and everybody's out here causing crime, they can just mix in with the crime and do the stuff they've been wanting to do because they evil and they just enjoy hurting people. There's a group of people like that, aside from the group of people who are willing to commit crime in order to survive. How many of y'all know that in Katrina, there were people, shout out to Dee Dee, thank you for the $10 holler, says, hey, Michi, it's been a minute, keep pushing, Truth to Power sister. Hey, well, I'm glad to see you around. If it's been a minute, you ain't been here. But let me tell you something. In Katrina, do you know that there were people taking water from elderly people and people with children? Because they had that water and they're not finna die from dehydration. That's not my grandma. I don't care about her. For real. That's not my baby. I don't care about that baby. They were taking stuff from the weaker beings because they were stronger and could overpower them. How many of you know that during Hurricane Katrina, while people were in such a devastating situation, we have talked about the stories where people were left on roofs. And there were people who pretended that they were coming to help those people on roofs. And they came there, they stole their goods, they assaulted them. And I'm not talking about the beat up assault. The women got assaulted. They were raped. Let me say that. So in the midst of all this going on, there's people out here who are thinking about taking advantage of your body. There are people out here thinking about taking your supplies when you out here trying to survive yourself. So don't think you safe because you ain't got no food stamps. Everybody becomes a target at that point. Yes, people do this. People do this when shit gets rough and when everybody goes into survival mode. People not finna stand around and just be hungry and just wither away and die. Nobody's finna do that. Nobody finna watch their kids do that. We all in for a rude awakening. I don't care if you get stamps or not. This is finna hit everybody. Shout out to Delaney for the $10 holler again. Says, I worked in a jail and I predict that jails will be full just so people can eat. That's another thing too. At least if you go to jail, they feed you some food. You get homeless people do that shit all the time. It gets cold outside. They say, I'm going to go to jail so I can be somewhere warm and I can get some food, some sleep, and they'll let me out for my petty crime in a couple months. It won't be cold out here anymore, right? Thank you for the $10 holler. But let's just talk about another thing. Because for everybody who's in this chat and they're like, get a job. Do you think that because you have money, you're not going to starve pretty soon? Is that what you think? Follow me down the rabbit hole just a little bit. When COVID happened, there was a shortage of food on the shelves. Yes? Who cares about the reason? There was a shortage of food on the shelves. People were going to stores. There were signs that would limit how many a person could buy. You could just go in there and buy what you wanted, right? Now, what were the reasons for that? Those reasons were because the supply was short coming in because everybody was sick. They couldn't get the trucks in. They didn't have enough workers. That was the reason behind it, right? And so there was not enough food on the shelf, okay? Now, when COVID happened, the gardening section of all stores were closed. In the gardening section is where you will buy seeds, and they didn't want anybody to buy gardening tools. Why not? They didn't want you to buy seeds. But many, many years ago, your government took heirloom seeds off the shelf. They're not illegal to sell, but if you go to any regular store, Home Depot, Walmart, you go to their gardening section, they have regular seeds, modified seeds. And what that means is you're going to grow those seeds in the ground. It's going to produce stuff without seeds in it. This is why you have seedless grapes, seedless watermelons, everything that has a seed. That seed is so that you can take it and produce more from that thing, right? And make more of it. Well, they don't have those anymore. If you are looking for seeds, you need to get heirloom seeds. That's what they're called. Because if not, you're going to have a bunch of seedless produce, and then you think you're going to be able to go to the store and just go buy more stuff? So the government changed those a long time ago, getting ready for what you see now, before we were even talking about a Trump. This is what I mean. These plans have been in place long before now. They just needed the right asshole to enact them. See, Trump don't care if the whole world hate him. You couldn't put Kamala's drunk ass up there. She would have never played the part right. Trump's not even playing a part. He's just being himself. He just fits the position so perfect. And he don't care if everybody hate him. He kind of gets a kick out of making people hate him. So he'll do the hard work. He'll say fuck the kids. He'll say let everybody motherfucking go hungry. He don't care. He don't care. And that's the real him. That's the real him. Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but at the same time that this is going on, we have tariffs, we have trade wars that are going on. So there's a lot of produce that's not coming into this country because of that. I hope you guys know that we get a lot of stuff outside of the United States of America when it comes to the food and shit that are in our grocery stores. Everything is not produced here. I don't know if that's what you guys thought, but it's not, okay? So you have these issues with the stuff that is coming into our country that's going to lessen the things that are on the shelves, right? You also need to look up and look at the fact that billions of dollars are spent every month, not every year, every month within grocery stores when it comes to EBT. Billions of dollars every single month. That billions of dollars goes away. It is not then put into the economy. Those stores are missing out on their profit. If you pay attention, if you're walking into a grocery store and 90% of their customers are not in the store, and you're finding the grocery stores in your community are empty and look like a ghost town, that means that store is not selling its products. So they're not making the billions of dollars that go into the supermarkets every single month, not year, but month. Then you have to add on top of that all of the people who are being laid off from their jobs, not just from the shutdown in the government, firing people and taking away hundreds of thousands of jobs, but all of the people who are getting laid off from Amazon, UPS, IBM, all of these different corporations that have just laid off tons of people. These people now don't have any work, and they're looking for work in an economy where jobs are the old thing. Jobs are going out the door. There's not going to be any more damn jobs. So you add all of this together, and what you're going to find in grocery stores are food that is going to go bad because it has expiration dates. You're going to find also that their profit that's not coming in means they can't buy as much products for the store, okay? So that's less products on the shelf, okay? And when we're talking about the trade wars going on, that's going to put less shit in the store. So just because you have fucking money to go buy your groceries, for all of the insensitive people that keep saying this online, don't think that there's always going to be food on the shelves for your dumbass to buy either, just because you have the funds to do so. How do these grocery stores stay in business if all of their profit is being taken away? Just something for you to stop and think about. There's not going to be customers. Somebody said they sitting in the cashier's home. They already got them grocery carts now that you ring everything up in the basket. So what I'm saying, there's a trickle effect that this affects all of America. So for anybody sitting back saying, oh, well, I ain't got food stamps, I ain't worried about that. You better be careful you don't go to work tomorrow and they don't lay your ass off. Then you be in my chat fucking crying. Or not crying because you don't want nobody to know you was speaking crazy the day before, and now look at you. See, tables turn. You can go to sleep one night and wake up and everything in your life be different. You got to be careful the way that you laugh at somebody else's demise, especially when it's not something that they have even caused for themselves. That's another thing somebody brought up. Bread, $20. Food is expensive as hell on top of that. So for those that can buy it, food is expensive. All of this is going to affect you. I also want to leave y'all with this before I get out of here. Just one more thing, y'all. Last month, ammunition sales went up. I'm sure that this month, ammunition sales are still going up. So I just want you to stop and ask yourself, why people are worried about food, why are so many other people worried about ammunition? You know, the last time ammunition sold at a very, very high, fast rate was during COVID. Now, if everybody was just sick and it was about a cold and a virus and everybody had to go in the house, why would you need ammunition? Because when there are food shortages and people can't eat and people can't go to work and people can't live, crime goes up. That's why. And if nothing else, the mere fact that so many other people are buying ammunition, you might just want to make sure you have some ammunition. I'm just saying. There's a reason why when we get into these positions, there's a group of people in this country that say, we need some ammo. We need to stock up on that. While we were waiting to go get toilet paper and canned goods on the shelf during COVID, there were people in Colorado at the gun store. I'll never forget, the gun truck pulled up. Everybody was around the line, like people were at stores in line waiting on toilet paper. There were people at the gun store with the line around the store because they were buying out the ammunition and they were waiting for the very next shipment to come in so that they could then get it, and it was selling out just like the toilet paper was. It's just something for you to think about. You do what you want to do with it. I ain't got to get too in detail in that. If you don't understand what that means, then you already lost and I'm not trying to save you. So y'all should keep that in mind. Now let me say some things to you before I go. When people say, what's the solution? Ain't no dumb motherfucker jumped in here and said that, because everybody seems to think because you can bring something to people's attention, you should always have the solution. And I try to when I can. So let me give y'all some solutions. One, you should have been being prepared. I don't know what to tell you if you ain't prepared up until this time. But if you still got breath in your body, guess what? You can still be preparing. I suggest that you learn, especially black people, you act like y'all don't know what a struggle meal is. Why don't you have no canned goods in your house, some cheap ass ramen noodles, some rice, things that will fill you the hell up? Okay? When you're hungry and you need to survive, nobody gives a damn about filet mignon on the table or the best goddamn burger or even if it's any meat in the meal. We need some on our stomachs so that we can live. Okay? So you should have some of those things in your house. You should be prepared for some of that. Okay? Peanut butter. I don't care if you ain't got nothing else. Give everybody 2 spoons of peanut butter. Eat this shit. It's protein. I bet you won't die today. I don't want to hear nothing about no fruit snacks. That'll come again. But right now, you're going to eat this goddamn peanut butter. Survival means you're just trying to make it. This is not about your enjoyment of what you would like or what you want. Okay? So keep that in mind. But the next thing I would say to y'all, because the way shit is going, I don't know if y'all think it's like finna turn around New Year's, yay, shit about to get better. No, it's not. It's going to be some more shit in your face come January. Watch. It's going to be some shit in your face every goddamn month for the next 3 years. And by then, everything will have taken place. It'll be a whole new America, and there will be no need to throw shit at you because what's done is going to be done. But y'all might want to consider doing what a lot of people do in difficult times. Why don't y'all get together with y'all families? Maybe it's time for you to go and talk to them and make up with your cousin and your auntie and them, because it would be best if y'all did certain things like get the fuck together in one household. When you are a single woman and you have children, you are the biggest target when shit goes left. Because if I need something, I'm a kick in your door because there's no man there. And with these kids, you not finna do nothing to me. You're the weakest damn link. But if you got cousins or uncles, why are y'all not all in the same house together? Food goes further. You have more minds to put together. Your money's going to go further. The economy is not going to change. So the fact that y'all can survive, we talk so much shit about them goddamn immigrants. I suggest y'all pile up in the house like some Mexicans. I need y'all to go live like Mexicans. You might not like the solution. It might seem extreme, but goddamn it, times are extreme. And you can keep acting like they not, but you're going to be on the other end of assed out, and that's your problem. The next thing I would tell you, too, is that all hope is not gone for food. Now, I live in Georgia. So here in Georgia, I can go to the farmer's market. I could drive right up to somebody's goddamn farm and be like, yo, let me get some eggs. Let me get half of a cow in this mug. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some watermelons. Like I can do that here. Everybody doesn't have the ability to do that. I will tell you this. This might seem extreme, but America's going to hell in a handbasket, and it's not going to come back up out of that handbasket. Jesus is not rising, unless the rapture is coming. I heard them Africans was waiting, though, and they sold all their possessions, gave their car away, and the nigga didn't even show up. Don't be them. The nigga didn't show up, okay? So unless the rapture going to rapture your ass, nothing is going back to normal. This is the way things are. They're going to continue to get worse and worse. This is going to be our norm. So you might consider moving out of the state you're in. This is talking about living your life in a way that you can sustain and survive. You might consider getting together with your family, a group of people, especially as black folks. We always talk about, oh, we got to unite. We're not going to ever unite. Fuck that shit. You find a group of people that you do agree with, right? They ain't even got to be blood sometimes to be better than blood to you. Find your group of people. Y'all come together. Get your ass out the city. And I know everybody can't do that, but I'm just telling you realistic situations. If you think that sounds extreme, I want you to know the thing at hand, it is extreme. You don't want to be in the city from this point forward. The city is where all the bullshit happens. The city is where everything goes down. The city is where you live in concrete jungles and there are no farmers or anybody. See, for those of us that live in places like Georgia where there are farmers, even if there was a disturbance at the store, there was no food there was a shortage on the shelf, we could go straight to our local farmers. So we're going to have a little bit more that we can do. We can grow some food out here. We can do different things. Y'all can't do that, and I suggest you make some moves for your livelihood and what's coming for everybody in this country. And it ain't coming like it's already here. The boogeyman got half his fucking body already out the closet door. He just ain't come all the way out. But the boogeyman is out the door. So I don't even want to say coming because it's here. Shout out to you, Danielle. Thank you for the $2 holler. Prepare, y'all. Prepare yourselves. I've been saying this for years. I told y'all the shit was going to hit the fan. Prepare yourselves. Stop depending on a government, right? A government that wages war on its citizens every day. You can't depend on your government to give you clean water because you need that to live, food because you need that to live, and you need shelter in order to live. We depend on this government way too much, and it's a trick bag. They get you in it, and then you're in it and you can't get out of it. And your dependency is on them, but who wants to be dependent on their abuser? Because when they are the ones making you depend on them, it is very easy for them to turn around then and abuse that dependency that they have forced you to have on them. We get up every day and think that if we pay our light bill, the light's going to come on. You don't ever think that your government is going to tell you, and key word here is tell you, that somebody attacked the grid. And now there's no power. Y'all never expect that as long as you pay your water bill or whatever and it come with your rent, that when you turn on that faucet, clean water gonna come out of it and you're gonna be able to drink it. And until you've been approached with a situation where you have no clean water and you're going on your 3rd day without drinking, you don't go watch Cujo. You know what it's like to die dehydration? Go watch Cujo. Y'all remember that movie? Go watch Cujo. Watch somebody sit in the car and dehydrate and die. You think this shit is a game. You think your government gonna always do this shit. You think that as long as you have the money or the food stamps to walk into the grocery store, that it's always gonna be groceries on the shelves. That's what you think. Don't be a fool. Your government don't care enough about you to guarantee those things. Matter of fact, doing away with a lot of us would benefit them. And that's really their goal. Shout out to you, EW. Thank you for the $5 holla. Peace and blessings to you. And let me go back because somebody gave some. Sean with the $5 holla. Thank you for that. Says, Michi, you own businesses. It's easier said than done for us regular people. Be for real. Sean, I want to say to you that I didn't always have my own businesses. So I don't give anybody that excuse because I have not always had my own businesses. I've been homeless, brother. I used to go down to the Homeless Coalition and get vouchers to stay in hotel rooms, okay? I remember when I grew up as a child and lived in Detroit with my father, we were so poor that we took over an abandoned house and my dad was like, don't nobody live here. We didn't have an electricity for a while. We kept our fucking milk and cold food in a cooler on the front porch in the snow. I'll never forget the day I wanted to eat a bowl of cereal. And we didn't have powdered milk. My dad had actually bought some real fucking milk from the store. And a nigga stole our milk out the cooler on our porch. I wasn't born into what I have. I worked my ass off for what I have. And I don't allow people to use that as an excuse because for as long as I've been online, I have taught people how to make money online like I do because I've been telling y'all ever since y'all knew who I was that the new economy is online. All of the jobs are online. All of the money to be made is online. All of the hustles you have, how you make money from your hustle, baby, online. And I sometimes have taught this information for free. I have sometimes given people motherfucking classes for $33 on my birthday. I have taught free survival classes. I just spent over $3,000 to take my ass to Chicago to give a survival class and teach people how to make money online. And the tickets were donation based. And niggas didn't give enough so that when they got there and got the wrong information, nobody emailed me to find out that the man turned them away because he didn't know what he was talking about. And I was there for 2 days. I went live and said, I'm still here, and nobody came back. See, so I have put more into trying to help people to make money online so you can be where I am, and try to help people to understand and be surviving and giving so much information to them, and nobody takes advantage. And now, I won't say nobody, some people do. Shout out to those of you that have. Now that the shit that hit the fan is easier said than done. Had you really taken advantage of the information that I've been giving y'all for years now, you wouldn't be saying this. Shout out to all of my students who make money online and they were able to homeschool their kids for years now and put them in Zyx because they don't have to go out and go to work. We talked about this during COVID when starting a business and making money online was easier to do than it is now. I'm not going to let nobody use that as an excuse. No. Because I've owned brick and mortar buildings. I had a restaurant. That shit was hard as fuck to run. I had to pay a lease. I had to pay employees every day. I had to pay light bills. I had to pay for all kinds of certifications. I had to buy the food for the restaurant. And I worked 16-hour days. And every Friday, I paid everybody but my motherfucking self because there was nothing left but enough to go get more food to keep going for the rest of the week. When I discovered a brick and mortar building, I said, God damn, online, I can sell products. I don't need no employees. Oh my God, I don't even need to house this shit in my own goddamn house. And even if you buy your own products and you don't drop ship, we have what's called a fulfillment center. People keep saying you can't sell stuff online because of China. I sell shit all day online. If any of you have gone to MX Survival and you have bought a bulletproof insert, if you have bought any heirloom seeds, if you have bought anything over there on that site, all of that is drop ship from motherfucking America. And some of the products that I have had made that are my own, yes, they're made in China. And you know what happens? China has sold us shit for so fucking cheap that even though the tariffs have gone into full effect, I can still buy shit from China and make a profit. But if you ain't put yourself in a position when I've been trying to give y'all this knowledge, I don't know what to tell you. Somebody said no money, no shopping online. That's not true. There is a group of people who still have money. Stop thinking that your reality is everybody else's reality. There are people that make money every day and still buy shit online. Do you think that the ammunition in the gun stores right now are saying nobody got no money? No. When people go through a time of depression or the economy is bad, People just spend their money on different stuff. So the question is, do you have what people need in that time? Because if you do, you will thrive as a business even during a depressing time in the economy. Do you know that right now, my survival supplies are selling more than ever? I went to sleep and woke up and it was like $5,000 in sales because right now, where the economy is and the country is, people are more invested in their survival equipment. People have been telling you this for years. Now, I've been selling these things for years, and we get a consistent sale over the year. But right now, when you say nobody got no money, I have an increase in my sales for survival products right now. So no, that's not how business actually works. Even at a time when nobody have money, people have money. The question is, do you have what people need for them to be willing to spend their money? How many millions of people are in the United States of America? Matter of fact, let's not even go there, because when we're talking about online, how many billions of people are in the world? Because you do know that if you sell products online or services, you actually have the ability to sell that shit to everybody around the world. Our websites take crypto payment. Yeah, we can take digital currency. You don't know that? We can also take Klarna payments, after payments, so people can go on a payment plan. We get our money up front and they use their credit. That's what everybody else is doing, right? So again, if you don't understand the money game online, I suggest you get into the boot camp that's coming November 16th. You can go to mxcourses.net. Okay? And we're going to talk about over 10 ways, almost 15 ways you can make money online. Some of them cost you nothing at all to fucking get started. I have people in my boot camp that by the second week before the boot camp is over in 6 weeks, they done already made money off the first way I taught them, and it didn't cost them shit to get started. So no, I'm not letting nobody use that as no goddamn excuse. I've watched too many people make money online. We got these content creators. You know how many people make a check online off of content? They got money. They got money. The TikTok shop don't never stop, baby. People spend money all day in the TikTok shop right now. And if you watch the TikTok shop, maybe you should learn how to put a product in the TikTok shop. That way you can be making sales every day too. And remember, online does not limit you to just selling to people right here in the United States of America. So come on, y'all. I'm not giving nobody that excuse. And the message I'm telling to y'all now, I've been saying this stuff for forever. You say it's easy for me because I own businesses. Let me tell y'all something. I've been poor in life. I have. I will never forget the day that I wasn't married anymore and I had to get up and move out of my house, and I had to leave because the landlord wanted his house back. So I had to go find a whole new house. My credit was not necessarily in order. And so I was so concerned about finding a place. I let the kids stay with their father. I told him to give me 2 weeks to find a place to live. I got up this morning and I had some people pack the U-Haul truck for me, but I had to get it to Denver. And when I got to Denver, I didn't know if there was going to be anybody on the other end to help me unload it. I couldn't take that furniture off the truck by myself. So I drive. But before I do that, I get up in the morning and I'm so fucking nervous about life and feeling like I got to find a place. My credit ain't all together. People going to be giving me a bunch of bullshit. This is not going to be easy to do because these people want their house back. Who going to help me get this shit off the truck when I get to the other end? It was my birthday. I was so fucking stressed out. I forgot it was my birthday. And I was so fucking stressed out that I became physically ill. And I woke up that morning and I threw up. I took my ass, and for the first time in a lot of years, I slept on somebody's couch. I asked my friend to give me 2 weeks to find a place to live. And every day I got up looking for a place to go stay at. And the funny thing is, it's 2 weeks to the exact date I laid down on her couch, I was getting keys to my new house. But every day I cried and I swore this shit wasn't going to work, and I was so devastated in life. Never have I got up and forgot it was my birthday. The only other time my body has been so unnerved that I became physically ill and threw up was when I found out my son was being arrested for armed robbery. I knew then his life was over. I dry heaved all goddamn morning. I've been po. But I just decided that I wasn't going to be po no more. And I tried every opportunity until I found opportunities that actually worked for me. And learning how to make money online, which I've been doing since 2015, it changed my life. Because one thing I would tell you about making money online is if you work it, it works. And let me show y'all something before I get out of here too. So like, it's not just me. Let me make sure I put this the right way because I don't need y'all in my business and my mail so y'all know where I live. So y'all remember when I told y'all about this site called Tiny Tip Nails, tinytipnails.com. You can go to the community section if you want to check them out, because right now he understands, one of my prior students, that people are living on a budget. But that doesn't mean that when people are going through bullshit, they still don't like to feel good about themselves. So for us women who spend $100 to get our nails done every couple of weeks, which I do, right? There are a lot of women that do press-ons. And so one of my students has a site. You think it really works, right? And he makes money. So my daughter placed an order because she does press-on nails. And I want y'all to see this. She spent $25 and got free shipping. She paid $2 a piece for all of these nail sets. All of these are the nail sets inside of here that she ordered. Okay, let me open up one so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Okay, all of her nail sets are in here. One of my students. Right now, people are going to buy the hell out of what he has. You know why? Because women still want to do their nails. They still want to be cute, right? You still want to feel good about yourself. But what you're going to do is you're going to budget down. You're going to say, I'm not going to the salon. I'm not going to keep paying these people $90 every 2 weeks. But I can go and spend $25, get free shipping, and get 12 nail sets. And I can do my nails and be fly for the next 6 months and ain't got to spend shipping $25. So yeah, people gonna spend $25 with him. They gonna spend $25 for all of these damn sets. That's what they gonna do. Because they don't have the money, but they still want to have some normalcy in their life. When people is broke and times are hard, what people want to feel in that time is more normalcy than ever. So if you can solve that solution for them and you can give them products that are affordable and feasible, but it still makes them feel like they not poor as fuck right now, they're going to buy it. Shout out to tinytipnails.com. Go over there. Go look at the website. One of my students from years ago. I got people who make money all the time online. If he can do it, you can do it. Better yet, if I can do it, you can do it. You do not need an audience. You do not need to be a content creator. You do not need to have tons of people or do that. For what? We put our products in sales channels, baby. Where are my students? Y'all know what a sales channel is, yes? Walmart has a marketplace. What does that mean? How many millions of people go to Walmart every day? Put your fucking product on Walmart. You don't need to be a content creator. Millions of people go to Walmart every day and shop. And when they looking for the product you have, your shit gonna come up like everybody else's. Put your shit in the TikTok shop. Put your shit on goddamn Amazon. And if you're going to pay for marketing, pay for Amazon to bring your shit to the top of the page. You know all of that Amazon's choice? Baby, that's a paid spot. You pay Amazon to be their choice. Now, everybody looking for what the fuck you got, you going to come to the top of the goddamn list. You don't ever have to have a social media page and make money online. Y'all watch me leave and not come here. There were times I didn't go live for a month at a time. Do you think I wasn't making money because I wasn't here online? My YouTube account has been demonetized for 3 years. I just got the shit back in January? I didn't make money over here on this. You don't have to be a content creator. But if you don't understand how making money online works, you're not going to never make it. But I don't give people them excuses because I've been broke as fuck. As fuck. I've been poor. I just refuse to stay that way. And when there's an answer and a solution to the problem you have, you can't say that if you're not willing to put what you need to put into finding a solution. Some people are okay with being broken and busted and down and out and don't want to do anything. Yes, somebody said make money while you sleep. I do. And there was a time in my life that sleep was hard because I stressed. And a lot of you feel like that. How I'm gonna pay my bills, how I'm gonna go to work tomorrow, how I'm gonna this, how I'm gonna that. You know what I'm saying? They act like they finna lay me off. If they start laying off people, what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I don't stress about those things. If I'm stressing about other stuff, but not that. People will make money, even though jobs are going away. Online is where all the jobs are. I can show you where to get skills in a week for $50 a class. Some classes you can do them for free and give you all kind of new skills. And now you can work for people online. I can show you how to take the skills you already have and put them in front of millions of people so people will hire you. But if you don't know shit about freelancing, I guess you can't do that. So with that said, y'all, I didn't mean to turn this into like an infomercial for my boot camp, but I will say my boot camp is the bomb. There's not a motherfucker online teaching you what I teach you. We talk about the new economy. How do you make money online, period? Everything is not for everybody. Everybody's pockets are not the same. I promise you, if you come into my boot camp, I give your motherfucking money back if you tell me there's not something here you can do. There's shit you can start for free. So you can find what fits you, your time, your passion, and your pocket. But there's something in there for every motherfucking body. This is the thing, though. You got to work it for it to work. You can't get the information and not use it. All knowledge not used is useless knowledge. So if you don't put that shit to use, it ain't going to work for none of y'all. Yes, the boot camp is live classes. So let me just say that and I'm going to get the hell out of here because, I'm about to be late. I got somewhere to go. Yes, you can go to mxcourses.net. I don't know if I have a moderator in here, if they will put the link in there for me, but it's mxcourses.net. The boot camp starts November 16th. It is a live class. It's 12 classes. Every Sunday, I will do teaching. You have a chat that you can ask questions in. I interact with my class. The class spots are limited because it is a live class. So that recording of that class will be on your website under your classroom the very next day within 24 hours. So if you miss it, you can go back and watch it. Every Wednesday, we will meet and you will be able to turn on your camera, turn on your microphone. We're having a meeting, and anywhere you are stuck on anything that I have taught you, you can ask for my help and I will personally walk you through all of the stuff to make sure that you understand what you're learning. So if you have any questions, I help you with all of that too. Okay, so it is 6 weeks. It is 12 classes. We will finish right before Christmas and you can be ready for the new year. We also do how it is that you use your website in the back. How do you build a website in the back? We also go over marketing in every way that you can market. There are free ways to market your shit, but you must remember this. Either you're going to spend time or you're going to spend money. So if you don't have money to spend, I'm going to show you how to market for free. It's going to take you a little bit more time, but if you got money, then I can show you where to put your money. And it's not that expensive to be marketing. You could be on fucking TV, on Tubi, in between a motherfucking movie for a couple $100. If you watch these commercials on YouTube, your commercial can come up to your business for $100 on Google. They'll run that shit for the whole week. Okay? And Google will even give you a free consultation about your business. They'll let somebody talk to you and give you the best strategy of how to market with Google. Google is one of the biggest marketing places right now from Google search. YouTube is owned by Google. They do all of the marketing for people. Okay? And if you don't want to do that, I can show you how to get certified by Google, how to do their marketing, so then you can work for all these companies online and do their marketing for them. Or this or that or this or that. We go over so much. My students tell me my class is information overload. But that's why you can go back. You can look at the class as much as you want. You can look at all the lists, all of the vendor lists and everything. They will be in your classroom. We also have a community section, so we can talk in there. You can interact with all of the other students and everybody that's building their businesses as well. Yes, Google's classes are cheap, $49.99, $50. And the classes is only a couple days depending on what you're learning. But it does certify you, legitimately certify you. As somebody who has a business online, I would hire someone to do my Google marketing that took the class because that's not what I want to do. I'm the owner of the business. I don't want to be the marketer. I want to pay you to do the marketing. And you can do that for a lot of companies, right? So again, y'all, you could go over to mxcourses.net, you guys. Oh, let me say this. If you took my class back in the past, because some of y'all took it and you was not serious, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and you have bought my courses from me in 2021, this is an updated class. We did not have AI and a lot of other things that we have now. So there are even more ways and much easier ways to get stuff done. So if you would like to take the updated class, if you are my prior student, my students will tell you, you can email me. I'm going to look you up in my system. But if you are a prior student that has bought my classes, you get 50% off the boot camp. If you email me, I'll give you the code. But you got to email me to get the code so I can look your name up, or the person answering my emails will look it up if it's not me answering it, okay? And for the rest of y'all, even the ones with the code, if anybody right now, just like I told you, if you want to do payments, we have Afterpay and we have Klarna. You can go on over there and use your credit and make payments. You can pay me $25 a month if that's what you want to do, okay? So go over to mxcourses.net, you guys. If anybody who want to check out these nails, he has hundreds of these nails and they are really cute and they came fast. My daughter ordered this shit like 3 days ago and they got here fast. $25. You get free shipping over $25, but you have to put in the code. I think it's free ship 25. But if you really want to get the code so you can have the shipping be free, go over to my community section over here on YouTube, and there is a post about the website. The website will be there, and also the code is there. Make sure you gotta use the code so that you can get the free shipping. If you don't use the code, you won't get free shipping, okay? But yeah, go over there and get you 12, 13 pairs of nails and be fly on a budget, because that's what people are doing today. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully I will be back on tomorrow. I've just been busy getting some stuff together at home. I'm a mama too, doing mama stuff. So anyway, you guys, share this video, like this video. Thank you for everybody that gave a super chat in this live today. And Friday, I will be back before Friday, but Friday, some of you guys have been requesting, we will do a call-in show. So you guys can call in. We haven't had a panel in a while. Y'all gonna keep me up till the sun come up. But I miss y'all. I miss our panels. They're always very interesting. Don't worry, I'm gonna get my cup of coffee. I'm gonna get myself together. Because this is going to be an all-nighter. It usually is. But y'all can call in. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. So we'll definitely do that on Friday. All right, y'all. Shout out to Divine Energy. Came through with another $5 holla. Says, you said, look at me taking all your money. And look at you now taking all my money. Laughing my ass off. Just kidding. I love you, Michi. I do my own acrylic nails here at home. Good. Some people do that to save their money. I got a cousin that do that, but I ain't good at that shit. I still go and give up my money. I still get my hair done by my black beautician. I go and get my nails done. I'm gonna just give up the money, because if it's up to me, these motherfuckers gonna pop off on me. I'm not good at them. I'm too rough with my shit. I'm just pay the money. I wish I knew how to do my own nails, because boy, whoo. Nails and toes every 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I spend. As much as it costs for my boot camp, that's how much I spend every 2 weeks on my nails and my toes. So for all the men that's like, Michi, can I get your nails and toes done? You might want to go see how much I spend first before you ask me that. What it costs to get nails done today is not the same as back then, and I need a little sparkle. I need some. This is nothing. I usually get way more designs than this. Yeah, and my toes got to match. So yeah, I just have to pay for that. I'm not good at that. But shout out to the people that can do their nails. I wish I could. I would save myself a lot of money, but I can't. So somebody said, so how much is your boot camp? Go over to the website. How about that? I was going to answer you, but you keep asking me that question in the chat while I was talking. You know, it amazes me that people want to know. It takes you 2 seconds. Go over there and click so that you can read everything that comes with the boot camp, everything that you get. And then you can go look at what the price is. How about that? People be so lazy. Go over to the website and see. And after the live boot camp is over, there will be a recorded boot camp. You guys will be able to get the recording. It will not be live, so you will not have my help on Wednesdays. And that class will be less money because it's not a live one, right? So if you guys don't get in a live boot camp, it is a benefit to the live class. You guys can always get the class after that and just get the recordings. But again, you won't have me to help you on Wednesdays, all right? All right, y'all, I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you have not, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good night.